Hello, my name is Russell with the Piano Outlet, and today I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you our beautiful selection of C3s, just some of them that we have available right now, and some of the other things that we do here at Piano Outlet. So if you follow me this way, first thing I'd like to show you is this beautiful YAMAHA. This is a mahogany C3. This has a piano disc system in it that we're just finishing up, and this is currently available piano. This is a 2004 model. And the mahogany is very, very rare. You don't see too many of them because they pretty much add about $6,000 or $7,000 to the price of a new one. So they're far and few between, especially in this particular condition. And this particular piano is like new. If you look inside, all the hardware is nice and brightly polished. And incidentally, we do take these out one by one and polish them and clean the duplexes. It's very important that when you look to buying a piano, that you see that all of this type of thing is done, because you'll notice that I don't think there's anybody out there that really takes the time and attention to detail like we do, because we make sure that every part of the piano is clean and bright and the way it would look when it was brand new coming right out of the crate. Because I'm sure that's what anybody would want when they're buying a piano, especially in this price range. Even if it's not in this price range, it's still going to come out the same way. Right next to it, we have this piano is about a 2003, 2004, something like that. This piano came out of a home. It's very rarely played. There's not even any string impressions on the hammers. The hammers are like absolute brand new condition. The piano was hardly ever touched. It's got a great bass on it. I know usually I like to play the pianos for you, but I think there is a demo video of this piano currently on eBay. But the neat thing about this piano is the casters. They have the dual type casters. It's incidentally when you turn them, they lock. And I guess who had this piano was concerned about their flaws. They don't want to get the flaws damaged. The next piano over, this is about a 2002 C3. This has a Mark III disc clavier on it. It'll play both floppies, it'll play CDs. It also has a silence system down here on the left side. If you press a button and plug in headphones, the piano will silence itself, and you can listen to yourself through headphones. It's great for practice. I have the same type of piano in my house. Actually, it's a C1 silent. The one that's on eBay right now, as a matter of fact. I had it delivered over to my house because I like to practice at night when I can't sleep, which is pretty often. Anyway, this piano could also be upgraded to a unit called DKC850, which will make it do pretty much everything that a Mark IV does. I don't know that it's really necessary, because really the only difference is the DKC850 has internal memory, and it will connect directly to the internet. You could actually get the same thing with the Mark III just by using a laptop. You could download MIDI files right from the internet into your computer, and you can hook it right up to this Mark III system. The piano will play beautifully. A brand new Yamaha disc clavier like this is somewhere in the low $40,000 range. I think this piano right now is on eBay for around $16,500, and it's barely 10 years old, and it has a silent system too, which is also an upgrade, which is a great feature. Actually, I like the silent system the best. This piano here has a piano disc system in it, and I'm going to demonstrate it since it's already set up with the iPad. It also has something that we just added to our pianos, which is the LG soundbar. This actually is for big screen TVs. I actually modified it and attached it underneath the piano right in front of the pedal support. There's no way that this thing will come down. It's very, very secure, and it has a Bluetooth subwoofer. So the subwoofer does not need to be connected with a wire, and so when you want to play a song, you just select it, and she should kick on. And you can attenuate the volume of the piano versus the background music with this little box made by my friend Richie Hayes. It's not made by Piano Disc, and he makes them specially for us. Otherwise, you'd have to crawl underneath the piano to change the sound of the speaker. Some music features the piano. Some music has the piano as background music. My heart is beating so. And incidentally, this piano is about a 1990, 1991. Just look at the inside. I mean, it looks just as nice as a 2004. And that's because, again, the way that we prepare these pianos, nobody else does. We go through everything. We even polish each and every hitch pin, polish the duplexes, take the screws out, polish those. In this particular instance, I don't even think we changed the strings. No, this is all original, this piano, but we were able to polish the soundboard. And you really have a new piano. This is just an earlier version C3. If you see this C3 versus the other models that I just showed you, they have these slotted head screws around the perimeter of the plate, whereas you see the one next to it, which is a current version C3, they have the hexagon bolts. That's one of the ways that you could tell the later model C3s. Also, the color of the harp changed around the late 1990s to a copper color, which is kind of nice. Some people still like the gold. I kind of like the copper, but this is more of a common color that you see in the pianos is the gold. And this particular piano, even though it's 1990, 1991, 20-year-old piano, it's like brand new. We go through everything. We'll even clean in between the keys. If you look over here on this piano here, you see in between the keys here, they get dark and dirty from people not washing their hands. Like here, this one we still have to do. Look at the difference. See? So we have to take these keys out and we sand them down so they're nice and light in between, because when this piano is a player piano and there's nobody playing on it, you'll see that while the piano's playing. So that's one thing that we have left to do to this. This, incidentally, is a G2. This has a piano disc that we just installed. And this piano underwent a complete restringing. We took out all the strings, we refinished the soundboard, put brand new tuning pins in, brand new tuning pin bushings, new felts, refinished the soundboard, clear coated it, new Yamaha decal, polished all the duplexes, all the hinge pins, cleaned the bridge, new graphite on the bridge, all the screws taken out, all polished. And basically what you have here is a brand new piano, and this is like a 1972. Keep in mind, a 1972 Yamaha has the same action as a 2013. As long as you get one that hasn't had a lot of use and the finish is intact, you really have a nice instrument. I tested this piano yesterday. This actually is going out of the country. And when I heard this piano play with the piano disc system, I was really, really surprised and pleased at how nice and smooth it played. No action noise, nothing that you'd expect from a piano from 1973. Next to it, we have its clone. This piano is about the same year, and this shows you what happens, what we do to these pianos when they come in when they're older. The soundboards, they get sanded down and they get re-clear coated. The plate comes out. As a matter of fact, there's a plate right over there. If you look at it, that's going to undergo cleaning and polishing of all the, just to show you right here. See how, this is the only way that you can really clean a piano. If you see these A-graphs here, these are brass. And I think we're the only ones that actually polish each and every one of these individually, so that when the plate gets put back on the piano, it really, really looks beautiful. And I know that a lot of people say, well, I care really more how it sounds. Well, yeah, you're going to care how it sounds and you're going to care how it looks. Each one of these gets polished. I mean, the whole piano, every single inch of it we go through. The main thing is that when the piano comes in, that the finish is intact and that we don't have any finishing issues, because that's where it really could get expensive when you have to, redo a piano. And when I buy pianos, I make sure that the factory finish is 90% there, and I don't have to do any major work where that's concerned. If we come over here, this is a good way to see kind of a before and after. This is a 1982 G2. This is actually a customer's piano. They wanted us to satinize it. It used to be polished, so we satinized it, and that's a whole process. It takes a few days. But our satinizing process, when we're finished, it looks just like the factory. And if you look at the inside of this piano, it being a 1982, again, notice how beautiful the A-graphs look when they're polished. And you see the reflection of the strings through here. It basically looks like jewelry. It's really amazing. Plus, it's a great sounding piano. all Yamahas sound good unless, unless there's something wrong with them. It's the most consistent piano made in the world. And right next to it, I'm going to show you a piano that we haven't done anything to. So this is how one would come in, let's say. Okay, so if you look inside, a piano that's been sitting in someone's house for, 25 years, it gets all dusty inside. There's no way that you can really clean. Okay, all the hardware winds up getting dull, and the piano looks like a used piano. There's nothing inside of it that's beautiful and exciting looking. And I know, again, that doesn't really have anything to do with the sound, because the sound is there. The piano sounds awesome, but there's no reason why, when you're spending the kind of money that you spend on something like this, why the piano should not absolutely be nothing less than stunning when it comes into your home. And so my goal is to have the piano sound the best that it can. All our pianos come out of here with a 5-year warranty, and I always make sure they have beautiful hammers on them and that they're nice and quiet. And because we do put a lot of player systems in these pianos, and you can't put a player system in a piano that's really worn out or beat up. Over here we have a polished walnut. This is a disclodier. We just sent the lid out to be polished, but this piano is about a 2004. Again, polished walnut, very rare, like the polished mahogany. This piano is currently on eBay as well. And it's got a Mark III system in it, and it has a silent. And I think there's one other thing I want to show you. You can look at this blue piano. We also have our pianos refinished. This piano was custom refinished by us. This is done in a blue polyester. And if you look at the finish of this piano, and one of the ways that you can tell how good it is the reflection of the lights above, how nice and clean they are. I can't open the lid because the lid prop is not installed, so there's no way to hold it up. But if the camera come down and look at some of the details in here, okay, that we did. These used to be black. We put chrome on. The pedals, this used to be black, used to be red felt. We put black because the red just would clash. Put new grommets in here. Everything is polished. So even from behind, this piano is going to look stunning in its new home where it goes to. And this is just a detail that we even spend just on the pedals. If you look at it from the front, you'll see really how pretty it looks. When the piano first came in, I kind of didn't like it because I thought the color was a little too much. But if you see really just how pretty that looks. And I'll just open up the piano for a second so you can see. This is a Yamaha C2. And basically like a brand new piano. Underside obviously is refinished. There's just a couple of things left to do on this piano. We have the fall board to put on, the shoulders over here, and this piano will be ready to go. And this piano was originally polished ebony. But if you look at the attention to detail, every part of the piano is refinished separately, polished, and then replaced on it. You can see how nice and clean that looks. And over here we have two C3s that are sold. They're actually sitting right in front of my desk because I'm installing mute rails and silent systems in both of them. This piano belongs to Wayne, and incidentally, Wayne, if you're watching this video, you'll see your piano, and I am working on it. I'm just waiting for the equipment, like I told you, but the installation of the mute rail is probably the most difficult thing that there is to do on these pianos, because the mute rail, actually, this is a factory Yamaha mute rail. What it does is it occupies a space inside the piano that stops the hammers from playing the strings. When it's in its off mode, it's like this. When it's turned on, it's like this. Now this is a Yamaha mute rail. Piano disc mute rail is different, but what I'm doing is I am actually installing a Yamaha mute rail from a piano that we took it out of, and we're installing it on this one here, which it didn't have it. And just to show you my ingenuity, I'm kind of proud. The hardest thing about the mute rail is knowing where to drill the hole through the horn here, because this mute rail could only be in one place. So if this is not drilled in the right place, the whole mute rail will be off, and it won't work properly. You go to mute the piano, and you'll still hear noise. So what I did was I took hardware out of a working Yamaha Grand of the same model, and I mounted this dowel, which is the same size as the actual mute rail itself. And then I put this piece of wood underneath here. So basically this is a mock-up. The reason why I couldn't use the original mute rail as a mock-up because it's too big. When I try to put it in here, I couldn't get it so that it would go right up against the horn. So now I know that this is where I need to drill my hole so that this can pass through and it will work properly. Then this is the motor for the mute rail, and I'm going to have an engineer build me a power supply and a switch so that when this motor, which gets installed back here, when the customer presses the switch, the mute rail will come down just like in a brand new Yamaha. This is actually about a 1991, 1992, and they didn't have mute rails back then, but I'm putting this one in. So hopefully that gives you an idea of a little bit of what we do here at Piano Outlet, one of our busy days. And I hope you enjoyed this video of the selection of C3s we have. We actually have a lot more. I mean, if you look around, we have some more C3s over there that we haven't gotten to yet, but these are kind of the ones that we're working on. And we actually have a big shipment of pianos coming in next week, so we're trying to make some room. So if you have any questions about any of the pianos that you've seen, feel free to give me a call. I'm always here and always happy to talk to anybody. Thanks.